Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 12th episode of the third season of Boku no Hero Academia. So, in the last episode, it was pretty intense. We actually finally defeated All For One, and All Might, unfortunately, he had to use the last of his quirk, last of his power to be able to do so. So, long story short, his days as a hero are kind of over now. He needs to full on pass the torch over to Deku. He kind of has to carry that weight now. He has to step up, become the new symbol of peace, the new pillar for humanity, the beacon of light shining against the darkness of the villains, that sort of thing. And of course, it was cool because he also got a bunch of backstory on All Might and his, his relationship with the previous one for All Holder, Nana, who was great, and I would like to see more of her. But that's kind of difficult when she's no longer in the story. But that's why we need a prequel or more flashbacks or whatever. Anyway, let's watch it. 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, but it was for a good cause. All For One needed to be stopped. What, Bakugo, you want to call him a loser? Or... Because you look like you have something on your mind, Bakugo. Like you have something to say. Nerd, that's what it was. Nerd is what he calls him. I'm trying to think of what he usually called him. Even though I watch, like, the vast majority of my anime subbed, because a decent amount of reactors watch the dubbed version of the show, I'm actually oddly familiar with it. But sometimes when I imagine Bakugo's dialogue, the dubbed voice comes into my head. It's horrible. But yeah, this arc is pretty much over now, so I wonder what we'll be doing next. I assume we get some sort of conversation between All Might and Deku in this episode about where we go from here. That's still my favorite part of the opening. Just the look at All Might. I wonder what Shigaraki's gonna do now that he has lost his mentor. I figured. He could never start a reaction channel then. We'll do it then. Oh, you didn't find their ID cards or anything? Yeah, Shigaraki was kind of the main one you wanted to capture, but... Man, he looks excited to be there. Uh, well, there is Deku. Not that anyone really knows about that. Yeah, that is definitely the flaw of that. A little bit, yeah. All according to plan. Thank you for that insight. Yeah, we have heard that police officers don't have as much respect as they used to because of the superhero career. But at least you're not. That's something. Guy Deku? Okay, that makes sense, I suppose. And look how that worked out. Kill him. Murder him. Yeah. Because before I was wondering why Shigaraki would go with the person that killed his grandmother, but if he didn't even know her grandmother, you know. Yeah, it's so weird seeing him quiet like that. That's not Bakugo at all. Shocking, All Might's true form. Don't need to be checking BuzzFeed on your phone. uh, kind of like his sister. He was blowing up a house. Endeavor. Is Endeavor upset? Training room. Yeah, not great memories of that. Burn the house down. Do you need a wet towel? Of course he's sweating, he's on fire. Don't throw a temper tantrum. You have enough of that. uh yeah, and she knows about his obsession with All Might, so she's probably worried about how Deku takes all this. And he won. He did win the fight, so don't fall asleep with their phone on, that's never a good thing. Man, he didn't move at all in his sleep. What? Now you have me curious, Deku. Who contacted you? Man, you never get to spend any time with your mother, do you? Sure, she feels so neglected. She's best mom, and you're always running off on her and getting into trouble. So it was all about that. Texted him in the middle of the night. Oh my god. Yeah, just jump into each other's arms. Or that's much more manly. A broken symbol of peace. So punch a child, though. You can still do that, I guess, for half a second. Yeah, not long enough for it to matter. uh, yeah, Deku does not listen very well. I guess what you call tough love, punch straight to the half hug. Uh, I've seen Deku cry so much it doesn't really have much effect on me. Although seeing All Might cry is a little bit different. It's because he's squeezing me too hard. Please use a different word besides throbbed in that context. You doing okay, Ragdoll? You can still be a teacher even if you don't have powers using knowledge. But yeah, I guess I get where people coming from as well. Am I just gonna be written down as a story? Oh, you weigh all dorm system, so we're getting dorms. Might not be more than cool everyone moving into the dorms, although poor Deku mom. There she is. I quite like her casual clothes. That's her parents, alright. She's one of the few girls I actually didn't remember her name. So, yeah. So we're really gonna go to all the families one by one because that. Oh my god, we're seeing Bakugo's family. Oh my god, that's amazing. I can definitely see the resemblance. I can see what the dad has to deal with. I can see I can see who Bakugo takes after. uh, I want Deku's mom and Bakugo's mom to meet, have a lunch. This is the same as your quirk? Like, oh my god, nobody ever said any these kind words about Bakugo before. Yes. You need to watch him closely, that's for sure. No wonder his hair never stays straight. She always playing with it. I, I'm so happy to see Bakugo's mom. You don't even know. Please do. Oh, I figured this would be next, but what? You want to say something away from mom? Wow. In a slightly different context, this would sound like a love triangle thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you about One for All being transferred. Bakugo's so good at listening. I mean, you should know. Deku did tell you that he got the quirk from someone, and you know about their close relationship. You can easily put two and two together. You're smart enough for that. Hmm. But yeah, All Might May and Deku's mom. I really want to see that because that will be amazing for so many reasons. Yeah. Oh my god, I would feel so uncomfortable going into that room if I was him. Uh, I figured. Don't take my Deku away. Uh, yeah. Even getting nothing but trouble. Yeah, we're working on that. The worst should be behind us. Yeah, I really can't blame her for being worried. Man, this is the most screen time she's gotten in a long time. uh, uh, she really has put on a lot of weight since back then. I mean, that's not really an option because he does have a quirk now. Yeah, she'll never stop worrying. Uh, yeah. Man. This is such a difficult situation, I don't even know what to say. Like, I can't really blame her or yell at her for this. The problem is Izuku already has a target on his back because of what's happened. Going somewhere else won't really help. It was just really hard to watch. Oh, he's back. Oh? Really? Midoriya, son. That great letter. It's like entirely in hiragana because it's a child's letter. It still would prefer it to be UA. That's where all your friends are. But I really respect that determination of him. It's no longer all about UA or all about he just wants to become a great hero. Exactly. I mean, he's almost not even a teacher there anymore. Oh, damn. It seems to give me some serious chills. And he's gonna deflate in a second. Uh, don't show me that scene. You have no idea how much I've cried about from that scene. Uh, 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 my god, this scene just... yeah. But will you accept it? And you should respect his decision to do what he wants. Okay, we finally come to an agreement. You know, this episode might not have had the same fighting that the last episode did, but it was still pretty tense. Yes, you will. Let's be honest, Deku. Uh, Jeez, and we even end off on that note. My god, that scene. Uh, I swear I was on the verge of tearing up for at least half of it. Especially when I flash back to Deku's childhood. Like, seriously, that scene when he, you know, looking at the monitor, crying, asking his mom if he can still become a hero. Like, every time I've ever watched that scene, it's really gotten to me. Because I have watched quite a few reactions to My Hero Academia, and that scene gets me every time. So that definitely didn't help. But yeah, before, a few episodes ago, we had Deku talk about how his mom asked him, hey, do you have to go to UA? So that was kind of foreshadowed. I would deal with that later on. And we did. Luckily, we all were able to come to an agreement. I kind of wanted to see more home visits, but, you know, I was pretty happy with what we got. Like, wouldn't mind seeing Momo's. So this is where they're holding him. Jeez. That would be hard to escape. Not impossible for him, but hard. Yeah. You're implying that it was part of your plan. He was grown up enough to be a big boy on his own. I mean, he has been called a man-child, so... So that was the 12th episode of the 3rd season of My Hero Academia. And this episode. So, we started off with just the police having a bit of a conversation about the current situation with the villains and All Might and Shigaraki and all that. And we had a lot of talk about Shigaraki in general. We had All Might talking with Gran Torino about Shigaraki and how they're going to handle that situation. Because there is a bit of a conflict there because he's not going to be able to see Shigaraki as just another villain if he's related to the woman that he loved. So it's gonna be a difficult situation. He probably shouldn't be the one to deal with it, you know, if we're thinking objectively. We also had some discussions about All Might's employment at UA and the fact that he probably shouldn't work there anymore because people don't want him to work there anymore because they don't feel like he could do a good job because of his lack of power and all the baggage that comes with him and, you know, all that stuff. So, yeah, that's kind of, I mean, I can kind of understand them not wanting to have someone like All Might work there. In that same scene, they apparently decided to have a what do they call it, an all dorm, Yeah, UA all dorm system. So I assume the all means it's mandatory. Everyone that goes to the school lives in this dorm. I guess that's to keep all students in one place and protected and safe, I guess. So we kind of had Aizawa and All Might go from home to home to kind of talk to him about this. First, they went to Kyoka's home, earphone jack girl. You know, for a second I thought that was Momo's place, and then I realized, wait, she's a rich girl. This isn't where she would live. And then I was, no, it's probably Kyoka. Well, I actually didn't remember her name. She's one of the few students whose name I just straight up don't remember. But I didn't know it was that character because, you know, of the kind of theme, the rock guy, you know, music, her earphone jack, you know, that the themes all go tie together is what I'm saying there. So I kind of figured it was her. And then she showed up to the door, and we got to see her in her nice casual clothing, and I liked it. It's pretty good. It would have been cool if Momo was there as well, like they were just hanging out at her place. But, you know, that's unfortunately she was not there. She was probably doing something else. And then we went over to Bakugo's house, which was amazing. And I was not ready for this. They just said suddenly, hey, they're at Bakugo's house. Bakugo's there. His mother's next to him. Like, they suddenly thrusted me into the situation. I was not ready. But it was amazing. I just loved it because, yeah, Bakugo's mother's clearly the one that he takes after, both physically with the hair and personality-wise, because they very much acted very similar. And then you have the poor father who just has to deal with these two hot-headed family members, like, on a daily basis. That can't be easy. I have seen similar family dynamics like that before. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I know that sort of thing. I definitely seen before with one of the parents and the child being similar and the other parent kind of feeling left out and just trying to keep things, like the normal one, trying to keep things together. I never get tired of it, though. Anyway, what I'm saying is I really liked seeing Bakugo and his mother going at it like that. That was very entertaining to watch. You know, seeing someone in general similar to Bakugo dealing with Bakugo, that alone would have been great. But the fact that it is his mother and everything was made it just that much better. Anyway, Bakugo also decided after the family meeting thing was over, he walked outside to talk to All Might by himself, and pretty much asked him about what his relationship to Deku is, which I know it obviously wasn't meant to be any kind of love triangle thing, but I've seen that line of dialogue in so many anime. Like, hey, what is that character to you? And it's almost always spoken by someone who likes that person and wants to know if this person also likes that person. So even though I know it's not that case at all in this situation, although I'm sure shippers will go wild with that idea, even though I know it's not that, it's the first thing that came to my mind and it made it such a weird scene. But, you know, All Might still doesn't want to tell him everything because it's a big secret, you know. One for All is not something very many people know about. Deku knows about it. The principal knows about it. The kissing nurse chick knows about it. I think that's about it, really. There might be maybe one other person. Well, Gran Torino, of course. But I don't think anyone else really knows. I think that's about it. So basically, yeah, you can't tell Bakugo about that, really. Although Bakugo should have been able to put two and two together with, very early on in the series, Deku, because Bakugo was mad at Deku because he thought Deku was hiding his quirk this whole time as a way to mock Bakugo or something. And he's like, no, I didn't have this before. It was something that was given to me. I can't tell you who or any circumstances behind it, but just that's how it is, okay? I mean, I know Bakugo didn't seem to believe him at the time, but I assume after having a lot of time to think about it and seeing all this stuff, he might have changed his mind with that at some point. And he also had the one scene in season 2 where he was overhearing a conversation between Todoroki and Deku. I don't remember the exact specifics of what was said in the conversation, but my point is Bakugo has heard enough about this whole thing to where he should be able to put the pieces together and know that All Might gave Deku his quirk. He might not know about, like, you know, obviously wouldn't know about the full-on origin of One for All, its connection to All for One, the amount of successors. He wouldn't know about anything like that, but he could at least know that the now weakened All Might probably, and this now strengthened Deku, that there's kind of a connection there. Like, it's simple enough to put those pieces together that I'm not going to insult Bakugo's intelligence. Surely he's figured that out. And then we get to the most important scene of the episode. All Might comes to Deku's house, meets the mother, which that's very interesting in itself because the mother knows that Deku has idolized All Might since, like, the day he was born. And just to have All Might come to their home like this, she probably never thought in a million years that would happen when Deku was 5 years old, you know, watching All Might videos on the internet. Like, I doubt she ever would have imagined this would be the case. But yeah, the meeting did not go well for a while because she doesn't want Deku studying at UA anymore because she sees how much he keeps getting hurt and, you know, believes the school should take responsibility for that because, you know, Japan's really big on taking responsibility for things. So always somebody has to take responsibility for anything. And in this case, anything that goes wrong is the school's fault. Even though that's not necessarily the case, that still people will force that square block into that round hole one way or the other. And yeah, that's why she doesn't want him to go there anymore. Of course, I really don't think leaving UA would help Deku's situation at all, because he has a target pain on his back because of what his involvement with Shigaraki and All For One. Well, he didn't really do anything directly with All For One, I guess, but he was there. He's still involved through Shigaraki. And All For One does know Deku is the successor. So he's not going to be able to avoid trouble just by leaving UA and going somewhere else. That's not going to solve the problem. And it'll obviously make it more difficult for him to be a hero. So really, I do definitely get where she's coming from, but that's not going to solve the problem at all. It might make you feel better for a little bit, but that's all. It's not going to actually make a physical difference. Deku decided to go and grab the letter he got from Koda, I think his name was, the child that he helped out that hated heroes. Like, he got that letter, pretty much saying, hey, see, actually, what was his point of grabbing the letter again? I mean, something about proving the fact that he could become a hero or anywhere he goes, something like that. But anyway, All Might really wanted Deku to go to UA. Like, I think All Might was actually more determined about that than Deku was. But it was cool that Deku has grown a lot as a person, where he doesn't care as much about going to UA specifically, or, you know, learning from All Might specifically. He just wants to become a hero, that kind of. At some point, his priorities did kind of shift like that. He did grow a lot as well. Because for a while, he mostly wanted to become a hero just because he wanted to be like All Might. Like, those two things kind of went hand in hand. But that's not so much the case anymore. Now he just wants to be a hero because he wants to become a hero. I mean, that's kind of where we're at. Anyway, All Might definitely wanted him to go to UA and have him be under his wing and everything because of he gave him One For All. He kind of wants to supervise that, I'm sure, among other reasons. So he kind of actually got down full on bow and pretty much like begged her to let him go there. Pretty much pleaded his case about how important Deku is to him and all that. And in the end, she did eventually, like, she's still not happy about it, but in the end, she did kind of agree to allow it. So, yeah, that's kind of, it ended positively, really, I guess is the takeaway there. But, yeah, my explanation of the scene doesn't do it justice, but it was a very good scene, a very well executed scene. The emotions, the drama, the intensity, it was all there. It was a great climax to the episode. And yeah, I guess that's kind of what we got with this episode. It's obviously a pretty stark contrast to all the fighting, like the action and fighting we got last episode. But it was no less impactful. It was no less important. It was no less anything. It was still a very good episode. And yeah, it was just really good stuff. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, the Dragon of Oshu, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.